3, 2, 1, 0. And launch of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket as NASA turns to the private sector to resupply.
Spectacular. Look at that. A history-making moment for space travel. The unmanned rocket launched from Cape Canaveral, but it's not the US government paying for it. It's an internet entrepreneur. Indeed, NASA has now turned to the private sector to resupply the International Space Station, with the rocket expected to rendezvous with the space station on Friday. The head of NASA says the significance can't be overstated. Listen.
Today marks the beginning of a new era in exploration, a future in space that will create good-paying jobs here on the Florida coast as well as throughout the United States of America. The significance of this day cannot be overstated. A private company has launched a spacecraft to the International Space Station that will attempt to dock there for the first time. And while there's a lot of work ahead to successfully complete this mission, we're certainly off to a good start, and I hope you would all agree on that.
Well, the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from Florida before dawn. CNN's John Zarella looks at the historical significance of the mission.
We've done everything we possibly can think of to ensure the success of this mission. Despite that, there's still a significant risk.
Risk because only a handful of nations have ever done this before. And before now, no commercial company has ever attempted it. Once in orbit, the unmanned SpaceX Dragon capsule will head for a rendezvous with the International Space Station. If all is well, after a series of systems checks and maneuvers, NASA astronaut Don Pettit will use the station's robotic arm to reach out, grab hold of Dragon, and berth it to the station.
It's been a very hard technology to develop, and of course we need to prove that we've done it correctly, and I think there's a good chance that we don't quite succeed on the first time, but I'm confident we will succeed on, if it's not the first, it'll be the second or third.
There is, quite literally, a lot riding on this. With limited dollars, NASA decided to retire the shuttle, develop a new rocket to take humans on deep space missions, say to Mars, and turn over to commercial companies the job of ferrying cargo and eventually astronauts to the station. Several companies are developing vehicles for the job. SpaceX is the first ready to try.
So it can actually carry the same number of people as the space shuttle.
Last year, Musk showed off his Dragon spacecraft that successfully orbited the Earth. Musk, the billionaire co-founder of PayPal, has no illusions when it comes to rocket science.
When I started SpaceX, it's not as though I thought rockets were easy. I mean, I did think they were very hard. But I would say it ended up being even harder than that.